Senator Husted.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill, for your willingness to serve and provide testimony today and answer our questions. I look forward to working with you and the Secretary to improve health outcomes. You have a very important job. President Trump recently issued an executive order this week that would prohibit federal funding for potentially dangerous life science research, such as gain of function research. In adversarial countries of concern, for example, China, which is home of the Wuhan Institute of Virology and the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus that killed people around the world, closed schools, cost this government at least $5 trillion, and left a wake of devastation behind it. Sometimes small things can cause big problems, and this is certainly a case where it did. I applaud the administration for these efforts. I think it's an excellent step to keep Americans and the world safe and prevent the next pandemic. And I am concerned about unsupervised high-risk research right here at home, though. Specifically, I am concerned about what we can do to protect against the misuse of desktop gene synthesizers. I am a fan of innovation and technology in healthcare. It can do amazing things, and these devices have the potential to do good to advance research. They could also, though, provide genes for deadly pandemics, either to state actors or terrorists, and could be used as a bioweapon. And unlike most commercial gene sequence providers, a terrorist group or state actor could synthesize a deadly pathogen with no screening or safeguards in place. So looking at this issue through your role and through the Department of Health and Human Services, what can you say to us today that can provide some reassurance or guidance on the framework for how nucleic acid screening captures of desktop gene synthesis and researching occurring outside of the commercial gene synthesis providers? How will you help make sure that this is done safely and responsibly in the United States?
Thank you for the excellent question, Senator. Gain-of-function research imposes risks on the entire world. And so it is not a simple matter of, if the money could better be spent elsewhere. It is a matter of, should this research be done at all? And how to account for the fact that it might be conducted in other countries that we have little influence over. Of course, it's appropriate to research viruses and microbes so that we are ready to respond to a pandemic, regardless of whether it's naturally occurring or man-made. But extending that research into gain-of-function research is a totally different level of risk. My understanding is that there was an NIH ban on gain-of-function research that I believe the Obama administration lifted or weakened during its last weeks before leaving. Obviously, there's evidence that efforts were made by various scientists to evade even the rules that existed. It does look like NIH money made its way into some gain-of-function research, and if so, that strikes me as completely inappropriate and something you should work on. You also mentioned desktop generation of genes. That is a concern. Overall, I think sophisticated technology is mostly going to be very beneficial. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, large language models, neural networks. But of course, there is potential danger as well. Regulation might be appropriate. One thing I've noticed with regulation of cutting-edge science is the regulation struggles to be as up-to-date as the technology. So I would like to recruit very excellent technologists into the department in all divisions to ensure that anything we do to address the risks of gain-of-function research has a up-to-date technology side as well as regulatory side.
Thank you. And I'll just add this. With quantum computing, AI, essentially 3D printing types of technologies that are going to allow us to do some amazing research on health solutions, I just ask that we make sure we're doing all that is possible to ensure that it's not used for nefarious purposes, because we have seen what happens when either through sinister reasons or through incompetency, it can definitely have a major impact on our world. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.